want to be slick or be offensive behind the scenes, I might choose to address it in music. And you know, that was how I ended myself up in the Pusha situation, which, you know, some of my favorite fighters in the world, you know, take a guy like Nate Diaz. You look at his record, it might not look like the craziest record, but you know, he's still one of my favorite fighters. He's still a dog, and that's just the sport of fighting. You know, somebody's gonna catch you at some point. You know, unless you're Floyd, pretty much. You know, but for the rest of us, you know, you're gonna get you know, rocked one time by something you didn't expect. So that's just kind of how I chalk that situation up. And again, you know, learn from it, channel it into something else. And right now, I'm in a space where, I mean, those guys don't come outside. I don't see those guys anywhere. So like, it's not the same as when I was beefing with Chris or those guys, they hide in God knows where and they don't come outside unless it's like an event with like security and shit like that. So I you know, for me, I'm at a great place in my life where it's just like, you know, my life is about peace. My life is about drinking espressos and wine. I'm trying to make this album. Right. I'm enjoying being a father. I'm enjoying my house. And my mind isn't plagued by beef, though.
Do you think Sicko Mode was your final thing on it, in a sense? Like in terms of your final statement about him or the camp or and everybody in general? Because that record went #1 like last year, and it seems like this year you're in a whole different zone. And like,
yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's, I mean, he, you know, he's, God bless him on his new journey, but he's making like, I don't even know if he's ever gonna make like secular music again or not. I don't know which one is non-secular, secular. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, if he turns up on me again, I'll turn up on him again, I guess. Like that's just what it is. I'm always down. And yeah, it just is what it is, I guess. It's not something I really like, I'm looking forward to or like thinking about too much, but I'm also like, I'm not just gonna sit by while somebody's, you know, just talking loose about me or whatever I have going on. So yeah, I guess it is what it is. I mean, it never fails. Right. Something will come one day. But knock on wood, I pray that I stay in this place of peace because I'm enjoying it more than a lot of the past years that have been, like I said, plagued by confrontation and just, you know, it's dark clouds, man. It's negativity and like, I
went from never hear a reply from it to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Free smoke.
But you like the sparring though, you know, because like you say you take shots with the GOAT. You talk about the shots that you sent with Jay-Z. Like, why has that relation remained intact? Why has it never gone left?
I think that we have. I think Jay has a lot of respect for me, and he's aware of the massive amount of respect that I have for him at the end of the day. And I think we both enjoy enjoyed our moments of, you know, him, you know, checking the young boy and me trying to be like, nah, I'm here, you know, like.
Any lines that stick out to you? You'd be like, oh, I know what you were talking about.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, there's plenty. You know, and that bar from that song is a real thing. You know, we met up and really spoke about all our jabs and fallouts and you know what prompted some of those things and you know, but.
Which song was that? You said?
No,
We're talking about
Survival.
Talking about the bars that we send in.
Survival.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was great. It was a really important moment for us, and I think from that point on, we haven't really engaged again in anything, and I don't think I'd want to at this point because with everything that's going on, you know, we're losing so many people. And I do think it's really important that we, you know, as wrapped up as you can get in this competitive side of things, I do think it's important that when you have that much respect for somebody or somebody has that much of a fingerprint on who you are as a person, it's just important to start showing it. So I also had to man up and just realize like, yo, this is Hov, and like, you know, I gotta like, you know, while I'm here, while he's here, while all these other people are here watching, I gotta at least, you know, pay my respects. So.
How did Talk Up come about? You ended up putting him on there. I was surprised to see that. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, Talk Up is like, Talk Up. We just always have had like these super lyrical records, and I was trying to get like Jay on a club record. Like, you know, I knew it might be my last Jay feature. I was like, oh, for the last hurrah, like let me try and go Sicko Mode #1 with Jay. Like. But it was tough. He was doing shows at the time, and you know, obviously like thank you to like No ID and Guru. Those guys really like pushed hard to get me that verse. But yeah, looking back on it, I probably would have just rather do like Light Up 2 or something like that. You know, I think everybody just wants to hear me and Jay rap for real. So that song, you know, was. We definitely got to get one more after that, so we can at least solidify the ratio.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why would you say last one? I mean, I know you said on Western Road Flow that you're gonna retire at 35. Like you hanging
Oh,
it
not
up?
last one for me. I just thought I don't know what his plans are. I just thought it might. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his plans are.
But is that your reality? Retiring at 35?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
I think when I was like 20 something, it sounded better. I do have trouble. Like I just turned 33. I do have trouble thinking of myself rapping like past 40. But then again, it's the same way I had trouble thinking of myself rapping at 35 when I was like 26. So I think it's just you start putting these faraway numbers and you're like, damn, 7 years from now, like there's no way I'm gonna be, you know, doing What a Time 3 with Future talking about activists and Percocet. Right. You know, like, so, yeah, you just, yeah, I don't know. I guess you just always set these, like, distant things and you're like, I won't. But I love making music, man. I just finished my studio in the house. I haven't even recorded the first song in there yet.
This guy I keep trying to go through everything. This guy wants to talk about the new album, man. What talk about?
But before
Chris
you
Brown, like, we didn't get to talk about Chris Brown.
There's so much to talk about. I want to talk about someone you do like make.
Chef, can I have another?
We're gonna be here for a while. You make good music with Rick Ross. You know, we'll talk about the current records. You know, Bury Me in the Grave. You know, Gold Roses. What is it with the chemistry with Ross? Like, why do you guys make so much good music together? And where the hell is the Yellow mixtape?
What's the Yellow mixtape?
Oh, YOLO.
The YOLO mixtape?
Oh, YOLO mixtape.
YOLO. Take
I
it
was like,
back.
me and Elliot got a mixtape together. YOLO mixtape.
I need that intro. Man. I need that intro.
Yeah, no, I think Ross has just always been one of my favorite rappers ever, and I think when we hit each other up to do a song, it's just always an enjoyable text to get. You know, it's always enjoyable when he hits me and says, "Yo, I need one," or, you know, I hit him and say, "Yo, I got one for you." We just know what time it is. I know he's gonna bar up. I know he's gonna, you know, I know what he's gonna bring, and he's just one of the most consistent people. If you ask something of him, like, you know, sometimes it's tough to collaborate with people because if they don't deliver exactly what you were thinking of, how do you tell them, this wasn't? You know, it can really sever relationships.
Damn.
And Ross is just one of those people I've never had to worry. I've never had to like question what he's gonna bring. He didn't just like, I didn't send him like a Gold Roses and he sends me back like him like singing in falsetto and like auto-tune and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, yeah, he's just consistent, man. He's just really one of the best and one of the most thorough that does this for real.
Remember, Social People, like, when you squashed it with Meek, it was like, that means Drake and Rick Ross can make records again.
Well, that was like one of the most painful parts for me. I mean, aside from just like the rift that situation put between the family and like, you know, obviously changed me and Nicki a lot, probably forever, you know, like that situation took its toll. But one of the most painful parts was just being like, man, Ross is like one of my OGs, one of my mentors, and one of my favorite people in the game. And I might not be able to make a record with him again because he has to pick a side. It was like, damn, you know? And that was kind of the case with a lot of that, you know, more so Meek, because, you know, Meek's a bigger artist than the guy that I'm beefing with right now. So it's like, it really came down to like more people picking sides, you know?
And people liking those people.
Yeah, and that's really tough, man, when people that you just have history with feel like they have to choose a side. So
How do you and Chris Brown get back together and make a damn smash?
Right.
Like,
Grammy
he's got like
nominated
87
smash.
songs on his album and that's the hit. Like, no guidance, no shots, but like, talk about no guidance. Like, how did that come together?
Well, I think we've come together before and tried to link and make music. And I think we were always kind of forcing it. I think there was always like resentment on both sides. You know, really at the end of the day, you know, again, when you kind of step away from it and break it down, you start to feel silly because it's like over like girl stuff, you know. But obviously that can snowball into like real shit, and that's what happened in this
Real shit
situation.
that ruined the New York club life forever, man.
It did.
You shut down New York club life, man, forever.
I have no recollection.
Your attorney's here with you.
I have zero
All right.
recollection.
But also makes
So-
great records.
Yeah, but yeah, so
What made No God Is Different? Like,
yeah, it was, well, I think we were just both grew up to the point that like